we have another very special guest, the senior senator from the state of New York. I served with him in the Congress for 4 years, Senator Schumer, another Jewish American. Schumer, 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 Schumer. He's asking for Henry. I'm going to bring you out there to see him. He's sitting in the back. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Joe, and it is great to be here this evening with all of you. I want to thank you for the warm and rousing reception, which I know is characteristic of Albanian hospitality and strength and fortitude, so I thank you for that. I am known in the Senate as someone who is very direct. The Albanian community is known as being very direct. That's one of the reasons we get along so well, and I thank you for that. Now, first, I want to acknowledge my colleagues who are here. Of course, Henry Hyde, someone I was proud to serve with in the House. Thank you, Henry, for the wonderful job you have done in so many ways. And here, of course, dealing with issues of freedom and independence is so important. I want to thank Tom Lantos, who has been a beacon for so many years on so many good causes. And I want to thank my former colleague and still friend, Ben Gilman, for being here as well. In addition, I want to acknowledge Joe DioGuardi. You could not have a better spokesperson, advocate, leader than Joe. I was proud to serve with him in the House. And when you get the DioGuardis, you get a 1-2 punch. You not only get Joe, but you get Shirley as well. So that is great also. I want to talk about two little things here tonight. First, I just want to thank the Albanian community for showing such faith in New York. You know, you are the future. This is a hard-working community, an industrious community, a community that comes to America like so many in the past with very little and builds and creates and grows. You know, I used to play basketball. I can't do that anymore. My knees went bad. So I ride my bicycle around the city. And one of my favorite places to go was in my old congressional district in Glendale and Ridgewood along Fresh Pond Road. And I have seen that neighborhood, which was really a little bit shaky 10 years ago, been totally revitalized, been totally come alive in the essence of New York. And that's because the Albanian community has set roots in Ridgewood and in Glendale. Rabbi. And you have done it in the Bronx, and you have done it in Brooklyn, my home borough, and now you're doing it in Queens, and of course in Westchester, where Joe is from, and everywhere else. And when I looked at the yellow pages, which I was so proud to read, and saw how many Albanian Americans now have done what every community does. We wish you would all stay in New York. But if you look, people have spread to every state. There are large communities in many other states. And I am sure that those communities are doing exactly what the Albanian American community is doing here in New York. Working hard, creating jobs and wealth, not only benefiting the community itself, but benefiting all New Yorkers and all Americans. So I thank you for the great contribution that you are making. I see Mitch Fishman here. There are so many people in the Albanian community involved in real estate. My doorman is an Albanian. And knowing him, he not only is a doorman in my building, he now owns 3 apartment buildings. Is that a typical Albanian story? His name is Suki. Is that an Albanian name? I guess so. Or Bini. There's another Albanian door. Now we have 1 Albanian doorman. We have 3 more. The Irish guys retired, Mitch, and the Albanians took over. And it's very safe. We're never worried. So I thank you for that. The second thing I wanted to thank you for is this. What a durable community the Albanian community has been in Europe. Set in the midst of the Balkans, with so many different people trying to wipe out the community, to exterminate the community, to push it away. And you survived. The Albanian community is one of the oldest communities in Europe. And over and over and over again. And what is beautiful and why I am so honored to be asked to speak briefly here tonight is this. Because you knew what it was like to be oppressed. You understood that it was your obligation to help others who would be oppressed. And that's what this community did during World War II. You know, we have an expression that we Jewish people read and during Passover, in our Passover Seder, the dinner that commemorates the liberation of the Jewish people from Egypt. But this could apply to the Albanian community as well. We say, in every generation, they have risen up to afflict us. In every generation, that's happened to our people. And just about in every generation, it has happened to your people as well. But you understood that. And despite the ravages of World War II, despite the dangers that were faced, you provided a refuge to the Jewish people. There's no better testament than the fact that Tom Lantos is here tonight. But I have been told that there was only one country in Europe where at the end of World War II, there were more Jewish people than at the beginning of World War II. And that was Albania. So I came here tonight to say thank you. To say thank you for what you have done. We share many things, the Albanian people and the Jewish people. An understanding about hard work, a devotion to family and community, and the love of America and New York. And we will not forget, just as you helped us in our time of need, we are here to help you in your time of need, and the 2 communities will stand shoulder to shoulder together. Thank you. God bless you. And Rough Kosovo.